All right, welcome to the next episode of MathMeowTics. We're going to talk about multiplying binomials. All right, in the last episode previously, we talked about binomials and trinomials and monomials. And we talked about multiplying binomials and trinomials with a monomial. Here we're going to talk about multiplying binomials. That means we're going to have two binomials that we're multiplying each other by. It's not too bad. It's pretty straightforward and simple. Really what we have to remember, let's see. We're going to go in here and we're going to talk about this. So there's several ways to find the product of two binomials, including models, algebra. We can use algebra and we can use tables. So here the first one, we're talking about using an area model. Remember, area, we're going to look at a square, a rectangle, or a triangle, and we're going to multiply them. Sometimes you might have heard of this called using a box method or the box method. So what we do here is we write out, we have our two binomials. We have 2x plus 1 and we have x plus 2, right? We can show it by, we write, well, x, we have 1x plus 2, so that's going to give us 2. And then on the bottom we have x, so we have two x's, and then we have a 1. Well, x times x gives us x squared. And again, x times x here gives us x squared. Then x times 1 will give us x, a single x here. Now, here on the bottom, we have 1 times x, which will give us x. Then for the area of this one, we have base, so we have height, which is x, and then our base, our width is going to be x, so that's going to give us x here. Again, same thing there. And then we have x here. All right. Then we're going to multiply these two together. Oops, sorry, that was my cat messing up something, trying to knock something down. All right. Here now we have 2x plus 1 and then x plus 2. Now we could add, in order to find the entire area, we can add them all together. So we have 1x squared and 2x squared, so that gives us 2x squared. Now we can add all of our x's. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 x's, and then we have 2 1's. 1 plus 1 gives us 2. All right. So now we've added up. We've taken the product of the two binomials, multiplied them together, and got 2x squared plus 5x plus 2. This is a quadratic trinomial. We learned about quadratic and linear and cubic and monomial and constants on the last video, or one of the last videos on 7-1. All right. Now, in the next problem example here, it shows you everything. It shows all of the, and problem number 1, it shows we're going to take the product of 2x plus 1 times x plus 5. All right. We're going to use algebra tiles. So you can look. The green tiles are representing x, all right? So just like we did in using the area model, now we're just using algebra tiles. So then the algebra tile for 1, representing a value of 1, we're just using the yellow tiles, all right? So now we can just combine them together and add them all up, and that will identify the terms modeled by the tiles. We're going to add them up and write them down, and then we're just going to combine like terms. We're going to add the coefficients of like terms. So that's going to become 2x squared plus 11x plus 5. Again, that's going to be a quadratic trinomial. So the easiest way for me, the simplest form, we want to just simple form, we're going to use the distributive property of 2x plus 4 times 3x plus 1. Well, if I have a monomial, let's say I have 2x times, let's say, x plus 1. This is a monomial that I have. And I'm multiplying that monomial by the binomial. The distributive property says that I need to distribute that to both terms inside the parentheses. So that would be 2x, we're same base, we're multiplying, so I'm going to add the exponents. So that's going to be 2x squared. Then anything times 1 is itself, so 2x. So simplifying 2x times x plus 1 will give us 2x squared plus 2x. Well, we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to distribute. So I'm going to take 2x times 3x, And then I'm going to take 2x times 7x. So that's going to give us 6x squared. 2x times 7x gives us negative 14x. Now I'm going to take 4 times 3x and 4 times 7x. So then that's going to give me plus 4 times 3 gives me 12x. 4 times negative 7 gives me negative 14 plus 14. That's going to give me 8. So that's going to give me minus 28. All right. Now I'm just going to combine like terms. So this is going to give me 6x squared. I have minus 14x plus 12x. That's going to give me minus 2x minus 28. So I have used the distributive property and written my products of these two binomials in simplest term. Okay, so the easiest way is to consider each binomial as a single and distribute it throughout that and then add them up in the end. Now the next one we're going to talks about using a table. Excuse me. We have two binomials here. We have x minus 3. And hold on one second. And we have 4x minus 5. We use the table. It's going to be similar to what we did. So I'm going to write in the table. So I'm going to draw my table here. And on my second term, I'm going to say 4x, and then I have minus 5. Then on my bottom table here, so this table, I'm going to have x, I'm going to have x minus 3. Now I'm going to multiply them, just like we did when we're talking about the area. So x times 4x gives us 4x squared. X times negative 5 gives us negative 5x. Negative 3 times 4x gives us negative 12x. Then negative 3 times negative 5 gives us positive 15. Now again, I'm going to write all my terms out here that I have. So I have 4x squared minus 5x minus 12x, and I have positive 15. Now I'm going to combine all the like terms. So this is going to give me 4x squared minus 12, 5, 6, 7, so 17x plus 15. I have now combined the product of those two binomials. Now, here we're talking about the FOIL method. And really the FOIL method, we're doing the same thing that we did in problem number 2. Let me see. I think this is taking a little bit long. So let me do problem number 4 in the next video. I'll see you then.